Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be discussing some news that we got regarding the possible upcoming DCTV show, Justice U, which stars David Ramsey, aka John Diggle. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button below, subscribe if you're new, notifications on. Let's get right into the news. So as always in news videos, in the description down below, there'll be a link to an article you can find what I'm talking about. But I'm also going to be posting a screenshot of such an article I'm going to be talking about when I start talking about it. So if you want to check out the article, you can. And I did link it. However, you keep watching the video, you'll see that such an article that I'm going to be talking about on your screens again when I start talking about it. So, again, like you see on the screen right now, TV Line reported a lot of things regarding TV. But then we go down to Justice U, and it says, and the question was asked, is there any word on the CW's Justice U show starring David Ramsey? I know the network is in a bit of a flux right now, but I am hoping that the show is not officially dead, as it seemed like an interesting way to continue Diggle's story. You should dig this news, Brian, as I am told that Justice U is still in development at the network. That is massive news, considering we have had nothing regarding the show for almost, I think it's been a year now. Now, if you don't know, David Ramsey is like a part of the Berlanti Productions type thing. Basically saying that he can direct films, direct episodes, basically from the DCTV universe, like The Flash, or Arrow, or Supergirl, Superman, Lois, or Batman, or Legends. Like, he could do anything he wants with it. He can go on to an episode, be a guest star, direct it, or, have his own show, just what this is. Now, I don't know if David Ramsey will be, he wouldn't be the director of it. There's no way he could be. But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a major role off-screen in this show. But all we know is that he has a major role on screen in this show, with just being the main role. Now, we're all going to assume here that this is not John Diggle being the Green Arrow, being the Green Arrow, what am I saying? Being the Green Lantern. Yeah, but we did find out that this will be related to John Diggle, helping kids in a metahuman school, and teaching them how to be heroes like Diggle and Oliver and Barry were, or are for Barry, but, teach them, how Diggle's a hero, Oliver's a hero, Barry's a hero. We're going to be seeing that going on, and it could very well have a crossover in the first episode with The Flash. I wouldn't be surprised, because obviously it'll be Diggle, and they can't just pull Superman and Lois and push this show off and disconnect it as much as they want to, because it is part of the Arrowverse. Because I know there was an interview that a Superman and Lois cast member did, saying that's on another Earth Prime, not the Arrowverse Earth Prime, but that person's an idiot. And if you watch the interview, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, it's nothing important. Don't worry about it. But Superman and Lois is part of the Arrowverse, even though there hasn't been any connections to it, even though some were deleted. Thank you, Todd. Amazing production there, thank you. But Justice U will easily be a part of the Arrowverse, even with Dig just showing up in it. And they could easily bring Grant into the pilot of the show. Now, I want the show to happen, only because it would honor Arrow's memory. Don't get me wrong, Flash, Stargirl, and Lois, they're doing that. They've been doing that for the past several years for Flash. Stargirl for the past, coming up on, I think, over 3 years now. And for Superman and Lois, obviously the last 2 to 3 years, they've been doing that. But to have a show based off the second main lead of Arrow, which would be Diggle, would be amazing. Green on the Canaries was straight up canceled. It sucked. A lot of people were happy about it. I wasn't. I wanted the show to happen because we needed the Arrow legacy to continue. And Kat McNamara is an amazing Mia Queen, Smoke, whatever her last name is now. It keeps changing. But Mia Queen, she's an amazing Green Arrow. I love Kat as that character. We had her in Armageddon. She was amazing. I think we can all agree on that, or majority of us can agree on that. And I really wanted that show to happen. It obviously didn't happen, so now we need a second redemption arc for the CW, and I think this would be that one shot. If CW wants to continue having DCTV shows, as Mark Pedowitz said that he wants to do a couple months ago, that DCTV content is not going anywhere, bring in a show that would bounce the Arrow's legacy off, especially after the horrible Gotham Knights trailer that released, which I was going to do a video over, but then I realized I've done 2 reviews on 2 shows that I love, and I just completely ranted about an episode in 2 videos in a row, so I'm good. I'm not gonna go on another full rant. This is kind of a bad look for the channel. Well, sometimes. Sometimes it fits. And I think that video will fit. But who knows? If you guys want me to do a review or a trailer breakdown on the Gotham Knights trailer, why would you want to see that? I don't know. But let me know in the comments down below. I might do one like a couple weeks. Because the trailer was not good. That's all you need to know. I did not like that trailer. It was pretty garbage. Sums it up right there. But nonetheless, I really want the show to happen. And it's a long shot to get Oliver back. Especially let alone The Flash now. Because I can't see that happening. And with it not being on in October. But Justice U could easily bring back Oliver and have it make sense. Or have flashbacks with Diggle. Like him getting into becoming who he is now. Like we did with Oliver on Lian Yu. We could do something related to Dig with that. With his backstory. Because while we know a lot about him, we haven't really seen his past before Arrow. I mean, I know he's talked about it every now and then, but we never actually saw it. I would love to see that on screen. I think a lot of us would. And this would be a John Diggle-centered show teaching people how to be heroes. I mean, that's literally what he should be doing. And as much as I know we all want him to be the... I almost say Green Arrow again. As much as we all want him to be the Green Lantern, I think this is the best thing they can do for Diggle, to where he's not being the Green Lantern, but being Spartan, still being that hero that Oliver didn't necessarily train, but helped him get to the point where he's at now. Could he use that experience as Green Lantern? Yes. Personally, I would rather him stay as Spartan, just because of everyone knowing him as Spartan. He's, the actor does an amazing job as him. I wouldn't say he wouldn't do as amazing job as Green Lantern, he probably would. But to me, as an Arrowverse longtime fan, I would rather see him staying Spartan. If he became Green Lantern, I would love it. Don't get me wrong. But I think Spartan is the best way to go with this show alone. Along with any future crossover related to this show or The Flash. Again, we don't know Justice U will be on when The Flash is on, because season 9 couldn't be it. We don't know. But, and even Eric Walls doesn't know, so we can't really argue that. But nonetheless, it would be nice to see, like in the pilot of Justice U, Flash crossing over, which would just be such a memorial, in a way, back to the Flash pilot and to the Arrow Season 3 premiere, when Arrow and Flash crossed over in Flash's pilot. And then Flash continued that to Arrow's spin-off show. It would just be a full-on circle. I mean, that would be amazing to see. I mean, Arrow crossed over in Flash's pilot, and now Flash is crossing over in the Arrow spin-off pilot. I'm saying it's an Arrow spin-off because it's starring Diggle. Sue me. If you're not going to call this an Arrow spin-off, I don't know what's wrong with you. No, it's not going to feature the Green Arrow. It's going to feature Diggle as Spartan, but it's still Diggle. I mean, you can't go wrong with this kind of show, But it would be a full circle moment, and I would love to see that. Nonetheless, I think the show has a lot of potential. I'm glad that we learned something, because they've been keeping us in the dark for it. If this show happens to get picked up, which it should be ordered to series, like Superman and Lois was, meaning they don't need to film a pilot to show to CW that this show will be somewhat good. They're going right into production. They're not going to wait for an order on a pilot. They get a full series order. Like Gotham Knights, they got a pilot order, meaning they had to make the pilot, CW had to watch it, or someone at CW had to watch it, and then it goes public. And they get a full season order. And by public, I mean they can make a trailer, do a full season, and then it airs in the CW months later. Superman and Lois just got sent directly to series, and they just film all the episodes. They don't have to worry about going through the process of the pilot being reviewed. They just full-on send it out there and we got the show, amazing as it was. I think Justice League should get that same treatment, only because everyone wants the show to happen. I haven't found one single person, I'm sure I'll find one in this video, that that doesn't want this show to happen. Just because it stars Dig. The Metahuman School thing you can argue is good or bad. I've seen a lot of debating on that. But we all want Dig back. And he's deserved his own show for the last 10 years. What better time to announce it than the 10-year Arrowverse coming up in October? I'm not saying the show will be on by then, but it would be a good way to honor it. We have the main leads in Arrow getting his own show now. I would love that. As a fan, as an Arrow fan, as a Diggle fan, as a Flash fan, I would love to see that happen. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments down below your opinions about all this. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.